Good evening. Just in the last hour, the nightmare at Sydney Airport got even worse, with even fewer planes allowed to take off. Earlier, jets filled with passengers, tens of thousands of them, were trapped on the tarmac and delayed for hours because of a worsening crisis with air traffic controllers. And it was only yesterday their boss told 7 News there was no problem at all.
Fully boarded but going nowhere. Thousands of passengers stranded as an air traffic control problem hits the brakes on Australia's busiest airport.
The captain said that there was a 1.5 hour delay this morning due to air traffic control at Sydney Airport.
56 Qantas flights delayed, 4 cancelled, 25 at Jetstar, as well as 20 Virgin services impacted at Sydney Airport alone.
I got the 6:10 plane from Cairns to Sydney this morning. Then we got an announcement from the pilot just saying, hey, the radars aren't working, and the backup radar wasn't working either.
Services to Vietnam held back by 90 minutes, even longer for domestic flights. A 1 hour 40 wait for travellers trying to get to Alice Springs, more than 3 hours for a flight to Adelaide.
But then it had a domino effect because I had to park my car at the airport, which I wasn't intending on doing. But because our ride couldn't take us that late, cost me $150.
Sources telling 7 News that staff shortages in air traffic control are to blame. Qantas confirming it on Instagram, saying we know our customers are feeling the impact. This just a week after a near catastrophic crash on the runway at Mascot. 2 planes almost colliding as a flight from New Zealand came in to land.
It's thrown the travelling network into absolute chaos.
The near miss now being investigated by the Australian Transport Safety Bureau. Possible fatigue issues in the control tower being probed. 7 News confronted the boss of Air Services Australia yesterday, Rob Sharp, reluctant to speak on the incident. Today, Air Services took aim at the media, saying the well-being of its controllers is taken seriously, asking that commentary on them reflects their professionalism and commitment to the job.
7 News understands airlines weren't initially told what was causing the delays. Some passengers had to be bussed back to the terminal after being unable to board their flights on the tarmac, others missing international connections.
Our air traffic controllers do an amazing job. We need management now to make sure that there are enough staff in the tower.
As to any promises on that, staff left, flying blind.
Let's go live to Nick Overall at the airport now. Nick, the frustrating delays just keep coming.
That's right, Angie. The pain might not be over for travellers yet. Tonight, we're told they're spacing out some flights in order to ease that demand on air traffic controllers. Longer gaps between arrivals and departures mean passengers could be waiting longer. Anyone who is concerned is urged to check their flights and contact their airlines. The Federal Transport Minister, Catherine King, has also just issued a statement calling for an explanation. She's also asked Air Services for plans for better conditions.
Nick, and the